Well. Good morning, everybody. This is Curtis with Typewriter Trucking, LLC. Well, last time I talked to you guys, I was in just south of Atlanta, Georgia, getting ready to pick up a load, taking it to Florida, and that was basically almost 3 days ago. And I apologize for not talking to you guys, but it was pretty chaotic. It got to the point to where I was about ready just to take the truck back to Springfield and give it back to them, but things transpired in the last 3 days. That load that I picked up, it started out wrong. I hope you're still hearing me. I hope it started out wrong right off the bat. Got my washout and went down there, and of course the directions were screwed up as normal, and it started out with me calling the fleet manager, which of course that was somebody that I guess doesn't do it or has no type of personality. So he goes, well, you need to do a Mac 19. And I said, well, that's true, but the Mac 19 is going to tell me the same thing I've been reading all along. It ain't going to give me anything freaking different, and not going to mention the individual's name, but I just wanted to take him through the phone and rip his freaking brains out, but I didn't. I was being nice, be polite, and I knew I wasn't going to call him back. But anyway, on trial and error, I found a place, and I was there early enough it didn't matter, but it was on the opposite side of the building from where the customer code sent you. So, and I think it's LNHGH or some crap like that. It's a distribution center. It's like a hub. It was very, I got there and backed in the trailer, checked in, gave me a door, got to the door, opened up my doors and everything. Didn't say a word to me, gave him all my information, phone number and everything. Backed into the door, and I sit there, and I sit there, and I sit there, and I sit there. Finally, they started loading me, and when they finished loading me, nobody said a word. I still had a red light. Then it went green. Nobody said anything, and I got tired of waiting, so I went up there. Of course, I guess they take 3 or 4 hour lunch breaks, but anyway. Got up there, line of drivers standing there outside because we're playing the COVID thing. And finally I got up in there. Well, there was a lady that was driving a DOT truck, a DOT truck, one of the other fellow truckers. And she walked by me, and then she came back and she goes, are you in door 50? And I said, yeah, I'm in door 50. I said, nobody called me to come and get my bill. She said, well, they just assigned me to that door. And I said, well, I'm trying to get my bills. And they said, you were out of there. And I said, no, I wasn't. Nobody called me. And I'm not going to back out of a dock, whether it's green or not, until someone comes and gets me or someone calls me. I'm not going to get into an incident with somebody getting hurt or injured. I don't know who's back there. I don't know nothing going on. So anyway, finally I walked up in there. The lady went with me. And finally they told me, okay, you can pull away from the dock. I said, thanks for the phone call. Real snobby people, real unorganized, real unprofessional people in this building, and just blows my mind. Anyway, I went ahead and got out of her way so she could do it. I went ahead and shut the doors because nobody did anything, and then I came to get my bills. Well, I come to get the bills. Well, there's no parking. Everybody's got it was a cluster, so I parked over off the side away from everybody. Didn't bother nobody. So I'll go back in. Another 20 minutes standing there while they're standing behind the counter not doing a dang thing but jacking around and running their mouths. So anyway, got that, and I was already upset anyway because I was losing my time because I wanted to get further down the road than what I was. I had 600 some miles going clear down to the northern part of Miami to Deerfield, Florida, and I had to be there the next morning. I had to be there the next day at noon. So it's like, I had to hump it. So anyway, I get down and I walk up there and I said, okay. She goes, well, she grabs the seal, one of them fancy seals, and she heads out and says, "Where's your truck?" And I said, "It's parked right there." "Well, you need to pull it up here." And I looked at her and I said, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "You can't walk 50 or 60 feet or yards to go put the deal? No, you got to pull it up here." And, you know, I didn't say anything. I walked out the door and I said, "Man, you know, that walk might help you lose some weight." But I didn't say nothing. I just left it be. So I had to wing my truck around to get up there, go back in, wait another 20 freaking minutes. She sees me. She don't move. She don't stand there and wait till I get the truck pulled over there. Finally, she sends some other guy. He comes out there and puts it on her. I said, "Give it to me. I'll put it on for you." Damn. I mean, it can't be that difficult. So anyway, got that. Got the bills figured out. Got that all taken care of. Did my live call and took off. Okay, now this is the time frame from 7 a.m. I got there real early because I didn't know where the place was, which was fine. My appointment was at 9:30, but I didn't get out of there till like 1:30, almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, detention, kink, kink, and they better pay it for my, you know, for being delayed. Anyway, left there and took off. So I know I have to haul butt, so I'm going as hard as I can. My clock's running out. So anyway, I get down, within about 120 miles of my 90, and it's pretty much late. And no, everybody knows that the way freight's been going around, everybody knows there's a ton of trucks out on this road. Well, you are not going to find a parking place anywhere between the hours, I'd say now it's almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the places are packed. So you're screwed. So I pulled into a rest area, which I had time left on my clock, but I was worn out and just worn out. And I thought, well, I got plenty of time. I had 4 hours to get there, so I figured I could get there, do a fresh 10, and go. So I parked, and I had to park over in the freaking dirt yard, whatever it is, there at this little rinky-dink rest area. And I went ahead and laid down and went to sleep. Well, I was running low on fuel anyway, so my fuel stop was like 20 or 30 miles down the road. So I wake up, and I'm jacked around, and I had a little help from Lyle to get me on the 7-3 split because I'd already set for 4 hours, so I went to the 7-3 split, and I was able to, I had more time, and I was able to work it. Well, when I got there, I messed up and hit the wrong button, and it put me active again. So all I had left on my clock was like 4 hours and 57 minutes when I started out. So I had to get fuel, and I had to get there before noon. So I was just panicked. So I took off. I just went, got my fuel, took off, got down there. I got down there about 10:30, pulled in there, and I thought, man, I hope these guys don't turn me away because I'm down to an hour and 10 minutes left on my clock. So I get down there, and I pull in. I'm sitting there and waiting. Finally, I look at my clock, and I thought, man, you know what? I'm not going to have nothing. All I could be doing is yard movement and go in. Well, I flipped it back over, and I have 15 hours. Well, no, correction. I had 12 hours left on my 14, an hour and 10. So I did yard movement the whole time inside the compound. So it all played off on my 70 and off my 14. So what I did was went ahead and did that. I said, fine, I'm good. So I went down there. I wheeled around, and then it finally put me in the dock to offload me. And I sit there. And now this is 11:30. I'm in the dock. And I'm sitting there. And I'm sitting there. All these trucks are here. They all leave. I'm the last one there, and it's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm going, what in the hell's going on? So once I paid my lumpers fee, like 2 hours before that, and then they turned the light green, so I went in to get my bills. This is where the fun happens. Go in there, and I've got shortages and overages. Here we go, claim. No time on my clock. Well, I didn't have to reset. I was running off of, I still had the hour and 10 minutes left on my drive clock, and the other clock had went down all the way to about 6 hours on the 14. So I'm sitting there, and she's trying to explain this, and she speaks in the Spanish, and then she turned around and understood I don't understand her. Poquito Espanol is all I know. Very little Poquito Espanol. I guess because she asked me how I was, and I said muy bien, and then that caused her to speak Spanish, but I didn't know Spanish. Anyway, I don't know if I look Spaniard or not, but anyway. So I go back, and I'm getting ready to leave, and I thought, well, I can't do all this. I did my 90 call, and then I contacted Fleet Man. Well, you got claims. Well, that's fine, but I got to get out of here because I'm holding up people, because the night shift people had come in, and then the night people bringing loads in came in. So it's all a cluster hell again. I had all this time. It's peaceful, quiet, nobody around, and then all of a sudden chaos. So I finally get out of there, and I said, I'm going to go to a safe haven. I'm gone. So to find a safe haven in the Miami area, oh, I got cows. Anyway, I drove 60 miles north on 95 to, in fact, it was a wait station like where I'm sitting at right now, because at least you can almost get a place there. And I sit there, and I had to go back and look at this load that I had left on my truck. And I ended up with like 18, this is Giraldelli candy bars, I guess it is, fancy candy bar stuff. Anyway, I had about 21 cases of it on a pallet. I'm thinking, great. This means I'm gonna have some candy bars to eat. So I call it, get it all taken care of, take photos and everything, and then I'm sitting there waiting. And I'm trying to, I've already cleared my bills, put my bills on the deal. And then I get this fabulous freaking note. We are deciding that you're going to have to take the overage to this location down in Miami. Now look, I'm already left Miami, so I'm already like 100 miles away from this 90 they're supposed to be sending me to, called Road Tex. But you're on hold right now until we find out if it's been approved or not. So you're telling me that I'm not going to keep this, I'm not destroying it or not giving it away. No, you're not. Because I guess it's because it's a fancy, like Dove candy bars. It's about as fancy as that, I guess. There's a lot of money in it. So I'm pissed already. So I'm shut down anyway. So I go back there and I get it all organized. I took the pictures, put it back in the deal, and I waited. No word back. So I get up the next morning, I'm sitting here, and it's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Finally, I sent a note in, and a big shout out to Johnny Two Toes. Johnny Two Toes. He was he was basically the one that went to bat for me. But I said, okay, fine. I said, well, that's what the customer wants. And I said, well, and I probably was being very PO'd at the time. I don't really care. I've done my commitment. I've picked up at A and delivered at B. And I really don't care what they want. I don't care. You're costing me money now. I am down because of somebody's stupidity, which is back in Atlanta. And I said, I don't have no control over that. I don't know what they put on this truck. I just got a BOL and I go by what it says. Now, you're going to try to, and this is all going to fall back on me now because I'm going to lose a day worth of revenue because I'm fiddle farting dancing around with this stuff. And that's a crock, Nobody else pays these bills on this truck but Curtis. So anyway, I'm pretty well upset right now. And I wait. And finally they say, okay, we need to take you to this different address, even further away from where my location was. But I have to have bills. Well, I don't have bills. So now the claims department says, okay, we're going to fax you. You get with your FM, he's got your bills. Well, but that don't do me no good. I'm in Florida. So I call Johnny Two Toes, and he said, you're going to have to find a truck stop with a fax machine. Give me the fax number, and I'll fax you the documents. I said, are we freaking kidding me? So this is more delays and more lost revenue. So I'm saying, okay, that's it. Someone either going to give me compensation for this and fuel loss and detention and all this stuff, or I'll bring this truck back to Springfield. And guess what? I will shove it where the sun don't shine. I said, I'm tired of being this is all screwed over on me, and I don't like this stuff. I'm trying to be professional, I'm sorry, but I'm upset. So anyway, I finally get directions, I go get the fax, I get it all set up, make copies, because nobody does that. I got the copies made, and I haul butt. They want me to get it there as soon as I possibly can. Okay, that's not a problem, because it's clear on the other side by Homestead, Florida, and I've got probably a 2-hour drive. So my clock's still going here, guys, and I mean, my getting a load is going again. So here's how it goes. So I get down there, and I go up and I find the place. I walk in, I give them my bills, I turn around, and dude, look, I opened the doors, I backed into their dock, and I swear I didn't even have the brake sets before they had the thing offloaded. Because by the time I went in, got the bills, the signed bills, got back out to my truck, there was nothing there. It was gone. So I pulled forward, closed the doors, and there was a little cul-de-sac that I looked at. I went over there and sat, because I wasn't moving until I got a load or whatever. So I did the finals, and then I got on there and I talked to Johnny Two-Toes, and I said, look, and he told me, he said, Curtis, we're working on getting you detention for all that time delay, and we're working on the fuel and get you all that. But that all has to be processed and it all has to be approved. I don't care. Either the customer's going to pay or y'all, the Prime's paying. Well, I don't care. And if not, then I'll bring the truck back to you this week when I come home. I mean, if I don't see nothing on this trip, any updates or any detention or anything like that, I'll give you what I got left the remainder of the week. I'm coming back on Wednesday for my doctor's appointment. If I don't see nothing before Wednesday, which is the pay cutoff, then I'm just turning the truck in, and y'all can do whatever you want with it, because I'll be done. But anyway, I sit there and waited, and then he sends me a pre-plan, and I said, there ain't no way. One, it was a pre-plan. It only paid $1.22, which is, hey, Florida standards, that's good. The problem is I was going to go over to Tampa, to wherever that starts with a B, for the Tropicana load, which I knew that was probably going to happen. And then it was going to Jersey City, New Jersey. Not going. I'm not going up to the Northeast. I told everybody that ain't never going to happen again. I'm not paying. My settlement, I paid over $200, almost $300 in toll cost. I'm not doing it no more. I lose money when I go to the Northeast. I lose money unless it pays over $3 a mile. That's not going to happen anymore. So as soon as I seen New Jersey, and they gave me 5 days to get there. I didn't have to have it there till Thursday morning. The 15th at 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm not going up there. It's not going to happen. I turned right back around, texting, no good. I'm not doing it. Just declined. And he calls me, he gets a hold of me, and he goes, well, what's the problem? It's a 90 dropping hook. I said, that's fine. I already told everybody I don't go to Northeast no more. I'm not going up there. So don't even send me loads that goes to the Northeast. And don't give me a flour load. Period. I'm trying to stick up for myself. I've been ever since I started in April on my own, I have been very cordial and been doing almost every load that's been sent to me, unless it was unless I couldn't do it. This is the first load that I actually completely refused to do, and it had nothing to do with anything. I ain't going to New Jersey, period. He said, man, okay, I'll see what I can do. So he changed the pre-plan, and I got another plan. And this one wasn't too bad. I've got to go up here to Plant City, Florida, which I'm waiting on right now. I got 2.5 hours before my time, and I'm only 100 miles away. So I'm just sitting here chilling, cleaning up stuff and everything. But anyway, so I'm sitting there, and I get a pre-plan. And the pre-plan has got me going to Plant City, Florida, pick up Santa Suites Incorporated, which I already looked at that place. That looks like a dungy place. But anyway, and it paid, it's going to New Albany, Mississippi, to Walmart Distribution Center in New Albany, Mississippi. I can handle that. It's only like 700, well, from the empty miles from where I was, because I had to go clear across the state of Florida. It was 222 miles deadhead or empty, and then I think it was 684 miles to the 90. And I don't have to have it there until today's the 12th. I don't have to have it there until Monday morning at 5 in the morning. So that was good, and it paid $1.17. So technically, a shorter distance, an area where I don't mind going. And I lost, what, 5 cents? A mile? Okay. No brainer. And at $1.17, I'll take that out of Florida any day of the week. So that was good. So that's what I'm on right now. I'm working on that plan. But I'm still upset. I still don't understand why I had to go through all this mess with this crap. And all I'm telling you, it come Tuesday, there ain't a change on my on that load, on that load turn in. I'm done. Just let y'all know. I'll be done. Not going to happen. I'm not going to play this game. I'm too old. I'm too old to mess with this stuff. I'm not going to do it no more. And that's just the way it's going to be. I mean, I don't want to lose my subscribers. I like you guys. I mean, I plan on keeping this. If anything ever happens for me to leave Prime, and I don't want to leave them because I still got my year I want to commit to. I didn't have to because I'm a veteran. I had the rapid contract where I only had to do 9 months. My 9 months were up in August, and now I wanted to complete a full year and say I did it, and did it without any issues or problems or failures. Knock on wood. Okay, but that's my goal. And you know, I'm just not going to let people run over me like this. I mean, it's just not going to happen. You know, especially as a lease op. Now, you know, I feel bad for the company people. Now, you know, a shout out to Kiersey. I talked to her on the way down when I left at 01 to go down to Florida. You know, and I you know, I don't know how much restrictions these guys have on the company side. I don't think, the way she sounds, they don't. They're just like a lease op. They just have certain things they have to do and do whatever they have to do. Now, if they're obligated, like in a position I was in, you know, yes, I'm responsible for the load. I was still under load because it hadn't been completed. So the obligation is there to complete it, you know. But don't be snotty about it when you tell me about it. That's the whole point. And then that's a different story that I'm not even going to get to. But a shout out to Johnny Two Toes, man. Thank you, buddy, for your backup, and thanks for everything you did for me and kept me calm, you know, because I was fixing to go off on somebody. I didn't care. I was ready to just take the trailer, the truck, park it, and get a plane ride and go to the house. That's how pissed I was yesterday. I was upset. But anyway, that's my rant, I guess you could call it. You know, things were going smooth. Everything went through. You know, my settlement upset me too. I mean, you know, I still think we're getting you know, screwed over, but I'm not going into that. You know, they take stuff out of your check when you don't expect it. There's no warning, just that. We're going to take the $286 on your toll bill. We're going to take it now. Oh, by the way, Abacus owes you to update you on your taxes. Bam, we're going to nail you with that. You know, the only thing good I seen on there was the Christmas bonus. I appreciate that. Thank you, Prime. But, you know, it wasn't what I anticipated. When you sit there and only make 41% of the total revenue, that's sad. That's pretty sad. And you bust your butt to do it. So, fuel cost was 7%. Man, I had no fuel costs whatsoever. Very minute fuel costs. It was all this extra crap. And the almost $300 in tolls, which will never happen again. I guarantee you that. I can deal with the Oklahoma ones and all that stuff. And I'm going to get tagged probably on the Florida ones. I don't know how much they are. But I ain't never going to the Northeast. Not happening. It's not worth it. Not worth the money and the time. Because you're not going to get a toll credit. They're never going to give you toll credits. I think it should be paid by them. But it's not. I don't think we should be responsible. I'll pay for the deal to get us through there. But we shouldn't be responsible for the tolls. This is their trailer, not mine. You know? That's the way I look at it. Yeah, I don't care. Give me a discount on tolls. Put a discount on there, whether it's the owner, customer, or the Prime. Put them on there. Give us a break. We're out here trying to make a living, and then we're getting suckered into this toll crap. I'm not going to do it tomorrow. Bottom line. But anyway, enough of the rant. Looking forward to going home next week. This coming week, I'm looking forward to seeing my wife. It's been a few weeks since I've been home. We got a doctor's appointment Friday. Get that taken care of. I plan on coming right back out on the road probably Sunday and get ready to roll for the Christmas break if everything works out according to plan by Tuesday. And we'll see what's going on. I'll be in New Albany probably tomorrow night and get settled, get ready to deliver this load to Walmart and see what we're going to get out of that area. Memphis is right down the road. There's a couple of good little spots there, and I'm hoping to stay down in the south and work my way around and get I want to get a couple more loads before I come in on Wednesday and get ready to do it. I got to do the truck services due. I'm at 76,000 now, so that's due for 75 oil change and take care of personal stuff. So I've been on here too long, man. 25 minutes. I got to get off. I'm getting ready to roll here in about an hour. I'm sorry about renting. I'm just telling you my experience and what happened to me the last couple of days. I hope nobody takes offense to it. Shout out to Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. Thank you for all your backup and comments and concerns. Kiersey, good talking to you, darling. It's been a while, so hope everything's good with you and your student. It sounds great. Sounds like you guys are going to do good. Sounds like she's going to stick around with you for a while. That's great and awesome. And Johnny Two Toes, man. Thank you, brother. I know you don't watch my channel, but you know, man, you're great. Every time I see you write that message, it makes me laugh to see that how you got that name, Johnny Two Toes. But anyway, guys, be safe. Take care, please. Always remember, we keep driving and striving for perfection. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys. Bye now.